hear what Jay's got to say. Right, let's get everybody.
I don't care enough, I'll be honest with you.
Don't you care enough?
No, I couldn't give a shit.
I think it's splendid. I'm loving today.
No, I will. I'll stay in if you want me to, but I don't give a shit enough. Do you know what I mean?
Well, at least she's honest, guys. You know what I mean?
I'm going to be totally honest. I really don't care. But yeah, I'll stay. If you want my honest opinion, I don't care.
Right, use Team M's in the boxes because we've got to make it fair.
Jay, what do you think of M's?
Guys, the house, I've got a meeting today. So fingers crossed.
Oh, good luck, Jay. I'm really... do you know what? I'll light a candle for you. All us Irish light candles. I'm going to light a candle right now for you.
Thank you. Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Jay, what do you think of M's?
I mean, listen, I
don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit. I really don't. I don't care what she does. I don't care what Sean does.
Hi, can you hear me?
Oh.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. I'm new. I have not been on anyone's live before, but with this debate with Em, I just had to say something because she drives me up the wall.
Hang on.
Okay.
There's an awful lot of questions that everyone keeps asking. What actually happened on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day?
What do you mean? What happened?
With the M's, I don't know. Everybody keeps saying what's actually happened. Why is everybody so much against her? I've been watching this live since you started it, but everybody really is against her. And I think quite a few of us are kind of wondering what's she actually done about pooing in the bathroom and everything like that.
From what I understand, there was a lot of basically shit in the bathroom and all over the place. And she accused Sean of doing it, being in like a drunken state and doing it. Whereas Sean is trying to say it was actually M's for views. And people are also saying that even if it was Sean, why did she film it and expose him like if he's her friend?
I mean, yeah, I can see that that's just unacceptable.
Yeah.
But people really are hating on us so much. And I don't know, it's bizarre and how much people hate her. I don't really watch her lives. I see her on FYP and I know she's a big drinker, but I always see her as someone that's got seriously bad mental health issues.
Do you know what I would do, Chloe? Rather than us, and rather than you have what we're saying and listen to the comments, go on the FYP and do your own research. Do you know what I mean? Like, look her up, and then you can make your own mind up on the situation. Do you know what I mean? That's all I can advise you to do. But thank you for joining, Chloe.
Thank you.
Hi. Sorry.
I just wanted to say, because I was listening earlier on, and I've been listening for a while, and one of the things that I just wanted to kind of say is that for me, when it comes to Ems, I initially started watching her and saw that she was somebody who I actually thought she had agoraphobia, and I thought like she was someone obviously that had quite a few needs, whatever. But then I started doing a bit of like the FYP research, and also some of the videos that were from Facebook as well, when Facebook Lives back in the day. And there have been a lot of situations where there's been video evidence of her accusing men of SA and refusing to leave their houses. Pretending that she's unconscious, and these are videos that you can actually find. They're not just rumors that people have said. There's been other occasions where she's quite obviously in the kitchen, doing drugs. And
why is it obvious?
Because she will lean to the side and make a big snorting noise like. And then come back up and then fiddle with her
Everyone knows that Ems is doing drugs in the kitchen. It's a well-known fact.
Yeah.
She doesn't hide it. She's quite
open about it.
Takes drug test online now and it comes back negative.
Yeah, because she does it 72 hours after she's took it.
Yeah,
because cocaine comes out your system within the 3 days. That's why she does it.
I've been watching her since Facebook and she never lay hands on that
I live
Marcus.
in the next street from Ems. She is absolutely hated in this area. When she walks around with a hood up and a head down so no one recognises her.
Yeah, but
She is absolutely vile. She
well,
takes the piss
against her.
out of every single person who steps foot in that kitchen. But I'll tell you something, that girl would not step foot in a ring with me.
But the thing about it is, you're all saying about, obviously, people that enter her kitchen. I, for one, myself...
Every single person that's been in there, she's took the piss out of them. Charlene, 1 minute, can you
Charlene,
just...
take a breath just for a minute.
Let me...
She's never ever lay hands on Marcus, ever. I know that for a fact.
I watch Ems, and if I was a man or whatever, I know from her past history of the accusations that she makes and how she goes on and things like that, I for certain wouldn't be going in her kitchen. So the people that she meets, they also would have obviously, she wouldn't just meet them today and then they'll go to her flat tomorrow. They would have watched her and seen what she's about and what happens and consequences and so on and so forth. So therefore, she's not fully to blame. However, what I was saying obviously before everything got cut off, Ems is a young person. She's been through a lot and people have different coping mechanisms in order to continue to kind of live their lives. Everybody is speculating that this girl is always drunk. I, for one...
She is. Most nights she is. She's drunk and she comes on live whenever she's drinking.
Now, when Marcus was around, they were both at it. Like, both wanted to get
100%. They were both out. Miss 30, one of the things I just wanted to say is that I hear what you're saying.
That's calmed down a lot since then.
She's 32, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I wanted to say. So she's 32 years old. She's not,
So she's not a baby then. She's not young. She's 32.
No. Well, she's a grown woman.
But the same for Marcus as well. Marcus was old enough to know what he was doing.
But the thing is with Marcus is that Marcus was actually elderly and he was very unwell. He had like physically as well as mentally. So that's why I think people view this point of view and say, well, hold on a minute. You know, everybody has their own issues. Everybody's been through horrible stuff, right? We know that. But he was an elderly man with a heart problem. And there's videos, again, that you can find.
Who got abused by Ems, let's not forget. Who got abused by Ems.
He did. He did. There was videos of him with black eyes, with casts on.
He got that black eye off a drug dealer, by the way. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I can't say for 100% that she did it. I'm just saying that.
I feel a bit uncomfortable speaking about this man.
Let Jane speak. Come on, Jane.
He's not here. Please knock it off. Like, Jesus Christ. I think we shouldn't be speaking about him, to be honest.
Well, the only reason I'm speaking about it
I agree with that, Jay. Anyone who's no longer can defend themselves or hear
I don't give a shit about Ems and her feelings or anything, but I feel like we should have mutual respect, not to be.
Yeah. I hear that, and I'm not trying to disrespect Marcus in any way, shape, or form. I'm just trying to say about the past behaviour is what is leading to the current situations. Like, she has history of doing these types of things.
But do you not think that anyone should actually sit down and question as to why she does these things? Because, like I said, she's 32. Yeah,
she does them so she gets views and she gets sent gifts. It's all for TikTok. That's why she does it. That's why she gets these people in her kitchen, knowing she's going to take the piss out of them, make them look like absolute complete see you next Tuesdays, and get views and gifts for it.
Like I said, she's not a baby, but as I touched upon earlier, people have different coping mechanisms to what they've been through, right? So she's been through a lot of stuff. Someone touched up earlier and brought her mum into it and saying like her mum's a murderer and blah, blah. That's irrelevant. However, if that is the truth, she's probably going to have had, do you know what I mean? Like trauma and stuff like that. How can any not even myself, we can't tell somebody how to react to what they've been through. So I'm not saying that it's right in any way, shape or form, the things that she does do, but maybe that's her coping mechanism.
No, I totally get that. But anyone who's been through serious trauma and serious hurt, you would not then want to put that on anyone else.
You wouldn't.
I was just going to say, guys, please let me speak a minute. Obviously, I, myself, like many other people, have had a very traumatic childhood and upbringing. And also, you know, I've experienced things throughout my life. And I wouldn't then go on to be an abuser. I think if this is what is happening because of a traumatic past, she needs to get help then. Because from what I see of them, when people are in that kitchen, she uses them. And
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So does Brian, Charlene live a bit like not? Everyone seems to live near her. How small is this flipping?
Yeah, I live in the street that's right at the side of her flat.
So are you my street or the next street?
I'm Norton.
I'm Percy.
Fucking hell.
Like everyone round here knows her, and she literally, when she comes out of her house, if she does, she's got her hood up and her head down because she knows she is not liked in this area.
Why is she not liked in the area? Just
because of the shit that she does.
Just for who?
Because she thinks
everyone. She literally manipulates anyone who's got an alcohol problem, anything, and you can manipulate someone who's got an alcohol problem. The minute you start offering them alcohol, you give them an easy way for them to do what they want to do. And she does that, and then she makes them look like complete twats.
Do you know if anybody's...
But apart from Brian, she actually got up to use and caused use problems.
What, Pezza?
As she actually got up to use and caused use problems. I know that she's had a bit of an incident with Brian, like, but I don't know about the others.
Well, to be honest, she's done nothing to me personally, obviously because she's on TikTok and it's a social media platform. People will have opinions and, you know, they'll want to talk about it. So obviously she's done nothing personally to me. I can't speak for anybody else in the box, but, you know, it is open for discussion and debate.
Like I said, not for 1 second. I don't want it to seem like I'm coming across and I'm justifying her behaviour in any type of way. I just kind of, you know, sometimes I just feel like you have to step outside the box and have a look at all angles and as to see, you know, because people go through things and, you know, is anyone, you're saying obviously around the area that she's hated and stuff like that, has anyone actually ever approached her to actually offer her any help, ask her if she needs
I've seen her in I've seen her in the local bread and wine shop the once, and as soon as I went, "You're right, Ems," she flew. She was gone. Clean out that shop, mate.
Right, are you all right? Because you've gone.
Yeah, I'm Sam, me girl, yeah.
Because people are wanting to listen to what you've got to say.
Basically, because I watched what it was like years ago in the pub, girl, and my mate Carol worked in the pub as well. The first day of the pub, she come in the pub, it was a Wednesday, and there was a funeral happening, and this family come in at the funeral. She was sitting at the end of the bar on her own. Some girl out the funeral come and volleyed her everywhere, all over the pub, and Carol was like, "What are you doing? Leave her." And the girl was like, "You don't know what she's done." And that was 9 years ago.
What did she do?
That thing we never ever found out. But we and Carol think I wondered if it's something to do with the DV thing, why the ex-fella. Because of what she accused, well, she said some fella done DV to her, which I find hard to believe, did he? And is that why the girl volleyed her?
Right, okay. Oh, it's all cracking off in this area, isn't it?
Okay, it's rough here, of course.
I'm
on moving for a week.
Can you just picture yourself, like, obviously living in an area or a combined street or whatever, having neighbours and stuff, and literally nobody liking you, and even if you wanted to try and reach out for help, not being able to reach out for help because this person's Chinese whispering to that person, the other person is...
No one's, hang on, because no one's Chinese whispering. She's done it all to herself. No one's made up stories about her or Chinese whispered. It's facts of what she has done. So she's realistically, you've got to take responsibility for your own actions as well.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, right, if there's somebody in my area and there has been people where I live that people don't like, it's because of their own actions. Do you know what I mean? People don't, a mass array of people just don't hate one person for no reason.
No, of course, totally.
Okay.
Because that's what I was going to say as well, though. So, in terms of about what she's done, like on it, genuinely, I never followed her on Facebook, and I'm not even on Facebook anymore. But there's lives and videos from when Facebook did lives that are actually available on TikTok, where somebody's obviously recorded them and put them on. And you can see there's this guy basically telling her to get out of his house because she's accused him of SA, and he's so upset, he's so angry, and he doesn't want to touch her because she's already said he's done something, and he's filming it because for his protection, and he literally said something along the lines of that, and she's just lying there, and for some reason I don't know why, but she's just kind of lying there with her eyes wide open.
Was she in some bin bags or something?
Pardon?
Was she in like some bin bags or in something? I think I remember the video that you're talking about.
I can't remember what she was wearing. I just remember her lying there and looking like her eyes are wide open, and it was such a strange video. And from that, I was like, I didn't really understand what was going on because that was ages ago. But then I didn't, because immediately I didn't jump on the I Hate M's bandwagon. I literally just kept watching bits, listening to this, and kind of looking at things that had been recorded from her lives. And when I saw, the whole drug stuff, and then when she did a drug test, and this was, I think she'd assumed that it was going to come up negative, and I don't know if you can find it now, but she actually showed the drug test, and it showed positive for opiate.
Yeah, that was
and and I was like, why would you show that on live anyway? Like, if I get that she's trying to prove to people that she doesn't do drugs, but like
everyone knows that she does.
it.
So
To be honest, if I did a drug test, it would show for opiates because I'm on pain medication. I just want to.
Yeah, that's totally legit. But she claims that she doesn't.
If I do a drug test, it'll show nothing at all because I'm a boxer and I get tested regularly.
Yeah.
Has Katie spoken yet?
No. So I have reached out to her a few times on a live to try and speak to her and offer some help. Now, I went through a horrific childhood. I spent, like a lot of time with a really violent man. And I'm okay. I'm a healthcare assistant in a doctor's surgery. I'm a mum. I've got a house, And I look at her and I think, what has she been through to make her think that this behaviour is okay? Now, I reached out to her last night because she was on about this boil, and I thought, do you know what? I know what will help that. So she let me in her box and I said, get this stuff. And I was just barricaded with comments after comments in her chat of, oh, go away, just leave her alone. Why are you trying to help her? Piss off. And it was just like, all I wanted to do was just to give her something that she could put on it to help so that she could stop talking about it. And in the end, she ended up laying on the floor and taking the piss out of me, saying that she could use a point of a knife to get rid of it. And I think to myself, she's not ready for any help.
Why do you think that she's making the piss out of you? Because I was in that live and you was very respectful to her, and as she was and she was respectful to you as well. She wasn't rude to you in any type of way.
No, I didn't think she was rude. I just thought she said about burning it with her earring, and I was like, no, it needs to be sterile. And then she's going on about the point of a knife and laying on the floor and almost taking the piss as how she's going to have a camera
but how is that taking the piss? Like, obviously it's uncomfortable for her, and all what she was trying to say is, because she even said to you, well, if I do pop it and if I put salt and water on it, then obviously that will kind of sterilize it or whatever. But to me, she wasn't rude to you in any way, and I didn't take it as that she was taking the piss. I took it as that she was in pain, she wanted to burst it, and didn't want to get it infected, but she wasn't rude to you in any type of way.
No, I didn't say she was rude.
You have to respect how Katie was feeling in that moment. Just because you know Ems didn't feel that way, or you, it doesn't mean that Katie never felt that way, or she didn't feel embarrassed, or she. Do you know what I'm saying? We can't.
I think like, the point that Katie's trying to get at is that she offered help and she was basically shunted down. This Ems does not want help from no one, and people who are watching her want to see a car crash happen. Of course they do. That's why she gets the views in. That's why when Sean or someone's there, the views go massive, because people want to see the car crash happen.
They want to see the drama.
Can I just say something, guys, right? Obviously, Katie's jumped in the box to help her. Why did Ems feel the need to, you know, start being sarcastic and things like that? Why couldn't she have just said, oh, okay, Katie, thank you, yeah, I'll do that? Why does she have to, like, why has she made Katie feel a certain way who was there to help? Do you see what I mean? It seems to be a common problem that whoever she's having interaction with, unless you're a model, a friend or a gifter, she's trying to make you feel a certain way.
But
do you get what I'm saying?
I think without, I don't mean this in any disrespectful way at all, but I think that that's a Katie problem, because anything that I could say something to you now and be so genuine about it and not be rude, but you could misinterpret what I'm saying and think that I'm being rude, think that I'm being sarcastic. Do you know what I mean? And that's just life. Like anybody, like for example, I'll just give you a quick example. I was on the phone yesterday to the doctors myself. The lady asked me a question, which was basically a rhetorical question. She answered her own question. So when I then answered and I just said yes, she said, can you stop being rude? I said, I wasn't being rude. I answered the question. And do you know what I mean? So people can always misinterpret things, and people can take things, and no one can't take that away from anybody. I'm not taking that away from Katie, that she felt that way. Do you know what I mean?
You just did. Go on, Jay.
You just took that away from her. You're saying that it's Katie's own opinion of how she felt, when it's clearly happened multiple times on Em's Live with different people.
I think for me, it was more about the fact that she'd gone on about popping it with an earring, and I kept saying, you know, no, it's not sterile, it's not sharp. They do it with like a sharp needle, like the sharper your needle, the less it'll hurt, and this, that, and the other. And she just kept going and going and going about wanting to burst it. And I get how painful they are. I burst them at work for people. Like, I know how painful they are. But it just felt like my advice was just kind of chucked back at me, and she was laying on the floor with her, pretending that she'd had a phone and a camera. And that's how it made me feel. And I ended up saying, you know, I'm going to have to go because I've got to be up for work in the morning. Because I felt really uncomfortable.
Katie, you're more than entitled to feel that way. You felt that she was being rude or sarcastic or whatever. I'm sorry, Miss Surtee, I think you...
No, that's what I mean. Obviously,
Can I just finish? Sorry. I do feel like you did shut her down a bit, to be fair, like with how she feels. And at the end of the day, if she feels like she's being mugged off, or someone's treating her like a cunt, then that's within her right to feel that way. Do you know what I mean?
I apologise if I make you feel that way, Katie. All what I was just trying to say was, in the world that we live in at the moment, you can say boo to a ghost and they could take it in, do you know what I mean, in the wrong concept.
Agreed,
That's all what I was trying to say.
No, and I agree with you there.
I didn't mean to make Katie feel any type of way. I'm so sorry if I did. I was just trying to just explain that, really. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, and Mr. I totally get what you're saying as well. Like, I'm often quite a person who gets told, oh, I'm aggressive, or I come across rude. And I know, I totally what you mean by that. But I think if I'm putting myself in Katie's position, the other thing that probably added to it, and Katie, correct me if I'm wrong, is that the whole chat was being really rude to you.
That's what I'm saying. So it wasn't just she wasn't basing her feelings basically on just Ems.
No.
And as well, you need to think, like, you were on the, did you say you were on the phone to the receptionist, Miss Surtee?
Yeah, I was on the phone.
So therefore she couldn't see your body language or your facial expressions, etc., etc. Like, whereas Katie, she actually saw like Em's body language, her, you know, facial expressions, the way she was speaking to her, etc., etc. So that all that like adds in. Do you know what I mean? So if she felt that she was being sarcastic and added, you know, facial expressions weren't helping, then she obviously did feel like she was taking the piss.
And I also feel like, you know, when I don't, this is my personal feeling as well. Like when creators are on live, I feel like they have a responsibility to kind of check their viewers, like in the comment section. Because if I was talking to somebody on a live, for example, and I had viewers just kind of ganging up on somebody for, like in Katie's case, just trying to help someone, I would kind of like turn the comments off for a minute and just let people know I'm having a conversation with this person. You don't need to come at them like this.
So you should speak to your supporters and say, be respectful to anyone who is in my box.
Yeah, and they weren't. They were. I mean, I was accused of being like a receptionist. I was accused of promoting a particular dressing. Somebody who doesn't even know, and then somebody even wrote, "Oh, here is a medical professional," and put like laughing faces.
Yeah,
you know, I was just trying to help somebody, but I do worry what she's been through in her life to make her think that this kind of behaviour is okay.
I think that it's probably. I mean, I'm a psychologist, but I work with adolescents. I don't work with adults. But
hats off to you.
The only thing that I kind of can see based on the bits I know, and I don't know her personally, so I'm not going to go into that. But I do think that probably a lot of it stems from early childhood and teenage years. And I don't know if, you know, what her mother did or whatever, or how her relationship is with her mother. But it seems that from what I've seen, she seems to have a very lonely life.
Yeah.
And I don't know if she knows how to actually make healthy relationships.
Definitely. That's what I was trying to say earlier.
Very possibly.
About people approaching her and offering a helping hand, or just to be kind to her, just to kind of see, because it seems that she may have got herself so wrapped up in being aggressive, pushing people away and doing the things that she's doing. Does she actually know what normal is? Do you know what I mean?
That's
probably not.
Problem. It's not an everybody else problem, and maybe she needs to go and get some help. And so obviously,
for real,
Donna,
the trouble is you can't get help till you're ready for it.
Sorry, go on.
How long are you planning on staying for? Because is there anything else that, like FYP wise, that you wanted to talk about?
Well, I've run over now.
Oh, have you?
I just want to say thank you, everybody, for joining today.
Thanks for having me.
It has been misread.
Yeah, I think it's been very fair of, you know, the boxes and everything. And like my opinion is, I just think she needs to kind of like do better and treat people a little bit better, because, you know, it seems to be a repeated pattern that everybody that goes in there in the kitchen has anything to do with her. You know, they just end up getting humiliated, and that's just my personal.
Can I just say one thing to 30? Just really, really quickly, right? She has like literally thousands and thousands of people, right? There's specialized people watching her, like as Katie was doing it. Katie, did you have a drink that night? I'm not judging you if you did.
No, I haven't had a drink since the 8th of December.
Well, there you go. Like Katie was sober. Obviously, Ems took it up the wrong way because they all wanted the drama.
Yeah.
Obviously, in her life, there is going to be counsellors, psychologists, psychiatrists. There is going to be people that are reaching out to her if she wanted the help that badly. And listen, I'm not shaming anybody for having mental health, okay? I've been in and out of institutes all my life. I've four special needs kids. I've had a drug addict in my life for 12 years, okay?
Respect to you, Manic. I've got a disabled son as well who's terminally ill, so much respect to you, lovely.
Yeah, I've autistic twins, and I have another two, and I've had a drug addict who's just come out of treatment on Tuesday. So like, I know these things, I know the patterns, I know the things. I'm a mother 30 years, right?
Yeah.
I know I'm in my 50s, but I've had a thing. So obviously there is psychiatrists, psychologists, anybody out there that could be healing people that are in her life, probably wanting to help her, and all of her mods are shooting her down the way that they were horrible to Katie. And that's all that I have to say. And if she doesn't want the help and she wants to get pissed and drugged up to her eyeballs and thing, I most certainly won't be watching her, because she is a vile person. And unless she changes her way around, and like as Bri said and Charlene says, I wouldn't like to live somewhere where I can't walk around. I really wouldn't. And anybody that's sticking up for her it's just not on. Sorry, I'm going to drop down now, Miss Red. Thank you so much. Jay, the candle is still lit there for you, sweetheart.
Thank you, Manic. I appreciate that.
Manic, darling.
Right, talk to you all later, girls.
Thank you, Manic.
Thank you.
Bye, Manic.
God bless.
Thank you, everybody.
Right, have you said what you needed to say? Because I don't want you to feel like you've been...
That thing is like that. A soul is so dark. Every single person that's been here mod over the last 12 months have all come to me and been like, Brian, I'm sorry. She's horrible. I should have listened. And I'm like, well, that's fine. But then she's going at them now for coming to me. And that's what's agitating me with her. And that's why when I see her, I'm screaming at her in the streets, and I'm the bully, and I'm this, that, the other. And I'm just, that's why, if she's be watching this now, but girl, I'm telling you now, next time I see her, she's getting a mouthful again. And again, because I'm sick of her running her mouth about people, but she can say what she wants about others. So now
she can give it, but she can't take it.
That's the thing. That's what's getting me. She can say whatever she wants about Joe, Kim, Tamsin, Ro, Emma, all of them. She can say what she wants, but no one can say nothing about her. And that's what I'm not putting up with now.
Yeah, which is fair enough completely.
It's disgusting, absolutely disgusting, Arva, because virtually my followers are all girls. I call them me girls, and we love our little fame we're growing on here. We love it, but like it's that I watch and I go, all your people, every single one of them people, I would cry my eyes out now if they left my life, because they mean that much to me. And she's tried to ruin them, and still doing it now to them. And I just think, why is she that evil? Why can't you just let it go that they dropped you, or try looking at yourself on why every single person that comes through your life leaves?
Yeah, definitely. She just needs to look inside herself, because
and that's the thing. I like, my ass is going with that number above my head there, because I don't deal with 4,000 people. I hate less than more than 50. My head goes. Do you know what I mean? But it's just that I just can't deal. And I said I wasn't taking it into the new year because I'm leaving this house myself in a couple of weeks. And I'm like, once I leave, that's it. I'm done. So I'm glad I've come here now to let her know that once I've gone, I'm telling you now, people probably will see her when I leave this house. Really will, because everyone loves me round here, and I'm not blowing my own trumpet, but this is my home, and this is what I've hated, because like there's police, there's ambulances all outside my door, and I smoke spliffs, you know what I mean? So I think, oh fuck, is it me? And it's because of her, and I'm like, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, girl, and the police are coming to your door, and I know it's your people phoning.
Like that. It's not fair on you at all.
Phoning. It's your people in the chat phoning the ambo, but it's because of your actions. Why they're phoning when you're hanging out of windows?
Bry's having a terrible time, guys.
I'm really, honest to God, I've got such a heart, girl, and I give so much of myself to people, but that down the road, girl, honest to God, it's, if I was a girl and I knew I could get away with it, girl, she wouldn't be here now, let's put it that way, because she riles everyone, in me and all me, people in my life.
Yeah, she does. Totally agree. Well said.
Guys, can we have justice for Bri, please?
Justice for Bri.
Justice for Bri, guys.
Don't worry, I'm gone out the house 2 weeks anyway, so I'm done anyway after this. So nice one. So let her know.
Do you get scared, Bri, when you hear the police and that?
Well, only because like it's like 2 or 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm sitting here watching RuPaul's Drag Race.
Do you get a bit of a, do you
lights flashing through your window?
God, they are. You just think it, you know what I mean? Because I have had a dodgy past over the years, you know what I mean? I have been nicked and things, and I think, oh no, my luck is coming for me.
Something's come back to haunt me.
Police and ambulances, and there's like riot fans and all that outside my house. I'm like, oh my God, 4 o'clock in the morning, they're coming. Do you know what I mean?
Sounds like a bit Brian, I've got to be honest,
This is
you
my
sound
home.
like a nervous wreck, darling.
Poor Brian.
But don't worry, girl, I'm running away anyway soon, so we're done.
Brian,
He's only got
listen,
2
no
weeks
more
left
of
and then
you-
he's free.
no more getting
But that's
worried.
the thing,
And then
to be honest with you, I could go on for hours about it, but like, because that's how I come live. I went live in April because I seen what she'd done to DG, and I was a decorator myself, and I was like, you know, if she'd have done that to me round here, I'd have gone into a door and took every bit of wallpaper off every wall. And I didn't like what she'd done to DG because he was a professional and I only worked for me. Do you know what I mean? I only done word of mouth. And like my decorating died off last November when the cost of living come. So when she done that and slandered him, I was like, nah, sorry, not having that anymore. I've had enough out of it. And that's where it's come from with me. And she makes out I'm jealous and I'm obsessed. No, girl, I just can't bear you. So I'm just letting everyone know.
She tried to ruin his livelihood at the end of the day. That's his business. That's how he pays his rent, his bills, feeds kids. And she tried to destroy it.
Yeah.
That was it, girl, and because that was my line of work, I was like, whoa, he's a professional, he's got a kid there, do you know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, he didn't do the best job of it, and it was a bit unmatchy, but she should have done that off, shouldn't have done it to 6,000 people, and I was like, wow, as if you've just done that to him, and I thought, no, everything I've seen of you over the past 8 years, girl, nah, that's why I'm coming for you now.
Yeah, if you weren't happy with the job, you should have sent him a private message and asked him if he could have come and fixed where he went wrong.
Yeah, not broadcast it everywhere for everybody.
If there's any problems, let me know. Do you know what I mean? Or if you need me to come back. Because that's just what you do. You don't sit there to 5,500, 6,000 people going, oh, look, I can't even look at it. It's making my eyes go funny. You do not do that to someone who's got a professional business.
Oh, Brian, we love you. Thank you, everybody, for joining today.
Thank you very much,
Thank
anyway.
you.
Thanks for having me.
Need to know, girl, let me know, anyway.
Bye, everybody.
Nice
Bye.
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 Nice one.
I'm just gonna get Pearl in for the thought of the day. Pearl, do you want to do a thought of the day, Pearl?
Oh, no.
I need to have a thought.
Miss Red kicked me out. I don't know how to get out.
Thank you for joining, Charlene. Miss Surti, thank you for joining, love.
Thank you for having me.
I can't get out either.
Bye, Patrice.
Bye.
Thank you. Oh, where's Pearl?
What a day.
What a day, what a day.
What a fucking day, mate.
Well, this is what happens when people try to silence me. I'm just not about it. Don't even try it with me.
We're not about it today, my Donna. Good morning, everybody. I'm on my backup account because guess what? I got myself bananaed.
What did you do?
So if anybody wants to watch me live, follow this little account here, kids. Oh,
Follow our Pearl, please, and Jay, guys. Pearl,
yes.
what's your thought of the day?
Don't ever be a Kent.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, you're right, you know.
ladies.
Are you okay?
No.
It's just been Go on, Jay.
No, I'm just stressed.
What you stressing for, my Jay? What you stressing for? Don't you get wrinkles?
I fucking already have. It's too late for that, sweetheart.
Oh, we are. Here's Luke, the clout chaser. Come on, Luke. Justice for Luke.
Clout chasers, the three of you.
What do you want?
What can you give me?
Yes, what do you want?
Oh, shut up, you clout chaser, coming in there trying to get your backup account up. I know what you're doing.
No, I'm bananaed on my main account, you.